Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into NBA Memes at the Half. My name is Buster Cher. I am your host, and I cannot wait to talk to our guest today, David Meltzer. We have a ton to talk about. He is a sports agent, OG legend, and and business legend. We're gonna have a lot to talk about in this one. Not only will we be talking about everything on the business front, but we will also be talking about everything on the NBA front because we are minutes away from a Game 7, a Toronto Raptors, Boston Celtics, Game 7. I'm hype. Are you guys hype? Who do you guys have? Drop it in the comments. Who do you have? Raptors, Celtics? Drop it in the comments as we wait for David to get in here. David, it says you're unable to join. If you could drop a comment, maybe I can get you added that way. But it's showing up as unable to join for some reason. So David, if you're in here, if you could just leave a comment, I should be able to get you added that way. But in the meantime, Caleb, there we go. Let's get it. David Meltzer. My man, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good, man. It's so interesting to be on this side of it. I'm always like, hey, where is he? I can't get him to join. And here I am. And Buster, you are the man.
I appreciate that. Likewise, brother. It's so funny on these live streams. It's like doing content live is so as I was saying, so different from doing it recorded because there are a billion things that could happen instead of something that you could click, cut, copy, and paste.
Yeah, but I like it better. It's more authentic, like you, like everything that's going on today. So I really enjoy going live.
I appreciate that. My man, have you been watching any of the bubble action?
Oh yeah, of course. I've been to almost every Game 7 there's been since the Cavaliers pulled it off in Golden State for my son's first playoff game when I was hiding the fact that I love LeBron. But yeah, I truly enjoy what's going on, and I'm proud of the NBA because I have to be honest, I was a little bit skeptical about whether they could pull off keeping everybody healthy and make this happen. But man, they're doing a great job, and it looks like the NFL may pull it off as well.
100%. So I want to ask you, we're now minutes away from Game 7, Raptors Celtics. Who you got? What's your prediction for this one?
I got it upset. I got the Raptors. I think they're going to pull it off, and I think it's going to be a Clippers-Raptors final as well. So we'll see where it goes. But I've seen the Raptors, and they're well coached and a really well balanced team.
100%. Now, the winner of tonight's game is going to go on to play Miami, while the Lakers and Clippers are most likely playing in the West. So since this is NBA memes, I have to ask you, who do you have going to the finals? Who do you have exiting the bubble a little bit happier than everybody else?
It's going to, like I said, I think it's going to be Clippers and Raptors in the end. But here's the sad thing. I'm a huge Lakers fan. I share my seats with Diane Cannon on the baseline for years with the Lakers.
I'm jealous. That's amazing.
And I'm a huge LeBron fan. And I'm a pragmatist when it comes to who's going to win. And I have this intuitive sense of, and I have for years. I don't gamble. That's probably the best way that I can say that I have an intuitive sense. So don't ask me.
House money.
Exactly. But I really think the Clippers, it's their year. They'll end up winning in the end. And I think Miami had it a little bit easier than everyone thought. Although they looked really good, I think the winner of the Raptors Celtics will take Miami. And I think it's going to be the Raptors.
Respect on that. So I want to ask you, I heard this, and I want to ask you if it's true. It's reported that you were the inspiration for the 1996 film Jerry Maguire, one of my favorite movies of all time. Hands down, top 3, might be my favorite of all time. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I win more bets on this because, they do the 2 truths and a lie. So I'll tell people, I'm the inspiration for Jerry Maguire, or I was born in the same hospital as LeBron James and Steph Curry, or I ran the world's first smartphone for Samsung, was CEO of that company, and everybody picks one of the other two. I actually was CEO of Lee Steinberg Sports Entertainment. I have to give Lee all the props in the world. Cameron Crowe followed Lee around. He made the movie off of him. He was a philanthropic humanitarian who, to my opinion, should be in the Hall of Fame. Lee Steinberg represents Mahomes right now, signed the biggest contract ever, late in his career. But Lee Steinberg was my mentor. He's the inspiration behind Jerry Maguire. I was just blessed to be the CEO of the company and partners with Warren Moon, Hall of Fame quarterback. But I was born in the same hospital as LeBron James and Steph Curry.
Oh, that's amazing. So I want to stick with this Jerry Maguire theme real quick. And I want to play a little bit of game. So you're either going to answer these questions, show me the money, or hard pass. I'm going to read you a statement. If you agree, you say, show me the money. If you disagree, you say hard pass, and you tell me why. All right. First one here. The Big Four sports leagues will have no restrictions on in-stadium capacity 12 months from now.
Show me the money.
Really? I hope so. I hope so. By the year 2030, there will be at least one single active player in any league to be on a $1 billion player contract.
2030. Big pass.
Pass on that. You don't think it's going to happen?
Not by 30. By 40, yes.
Okay. Hey, Mahomes is getting up there.
Yeah.
He's on his way.
Halfway there.
LeBron James will one day be on the court with Bronny James.
Big pass.
Big pass.
He's almost done.
By 2050, the NFL will remove tackling from the game.
Oh, big pass. And that's a prayer. I hope not. Please no.
Within the next 5 years, the Knicks will be at least in the conference finals.
Big pass. The Knicks and the Browns. The Knicks and the Browns, they're just cursed.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So I want to ask, it's very rare that we get to talk to somebody who's at the intersection of business and sports in the way that you are. I've been obsessed with sports cards, okay? Since 2008, the PWCC 500 has outpaced the S&P 500 by 73% since 2008. I want to ask you your thoughts on the industry.
I love it. The backlog at PSA, the backlog of cards. I have not had time yet, but I have so many killer cards in basketball, baseball, and football. I have so many people with collections coming to me. That market is going to accelerate through the pandemic, past the pandemic. I'm a big buyer in the market of sports cards. And I'm working with one of your old friends as well, Gary Vaynerchuk and Dan Fleischman, Lewis House. We have like the most active WhatsApp sports card trading conversation. I think I get 180 comments a night.
I love that. Those guys are all the best. And all of you guys know sports cards.
And it's way more fun than the S&P.
Oh my God. I've never been in it, but I can only imagine.
I got gold right here. Look at this. Oh, where'd it go? Shit. Oh, I thought I had my cards behind me. Sorry. I got one. I got the only Jewish athlete ever to live, Sandy Koufax.
Sandy Koufax, OG legend.
With the signed ball.
You need to get that graded, though.
Yeah, well, I got my connections at PSA, but I don't talk about
it. I love it. So you've reached the pinnacle of business in sports, but you've also faced, obviously, like all of us, a fair share of challenges. What is your best piece of advice to viewers who might be struggling right now, financially or otherwise, especially given everything that's going on in the world today? What would you say to them?
Two pieces of advice. Number one, ask for help. Show radical humility. I'm someone in 2008 that lost over $100 million. I got there because I didn't ask for help. I got out of there because I finally was humble enough to find the people in the situation that I want to be in and ask for help. Don't be afraid just to ask people, do you know anybody that could help me? everyone out there is not a gatekeeper. They're sponsors and power sponsors. They want to help. And then the second thing that I think you should do is take inventory of your capabilities. This is a great time. With great change comes great opportunity, like sports cards. But if you take an inventory of your capabilities, skills, knowledge, and desire, and align it, see what's supplementary and synergistic to what's doing well right now, like sports cars, or what's stable right now. And there's a lot that has been stable. And if you don't know where to look, go look at the stock market, see what industry, careers, businesses that have done well or are stable. And then if you want to take a lottery ticket, align your capabilities that are synergistic and supplementary to what you think is going to make a big swing back. I'm a big proponent of gambling. Right before the pandemic, right, we had passed sports gambling in 22 states in 18 months. Gambling historically has been one of the greatest businesses that you can invest in. And sports themselves of gambling sports is a huge, and now you have esports that has just come alive, which I'm, thank goodness, one of the founding investors in Overactive Media, the Toronto team. Yeah, so I think that if you align your capabilities and ask for help, you can stand to what I call take advantage of the margins of millionaires that always occur when things are difficult and there's extreme change.
That is excellent advice. Everybody should be listening to this man right here. He's spitting some facts on here. So I want to talk about David's free Friday trainings. Can you talk to me about this? I've got to check it out, but can you give me a little bit of context?
20 years I've been training people for free. It started in sales, and then it has evolved with my mission to empower over 1 billion people to be happy. I truly believe by doing the free trainings, we had over 20,000 people register today. We did a BYOQ, which was bring your own questions. I'll bring the answers, but I've done buy low, sell high, how to pitch. I got a new pitch show on Bloomberg called 2-Minute Drill. We got the 5 to Thrive sales system every week for free. You can join me. And if you can't make it at 11 a.m. on Fridays, then just go ahead, watch, featured on Spotify, featured on Entrepreneur, the Playbook. It's the #1 down. All the famous people, entertainers, celebrities, athletes, even my man Gary Vee. More people download the training, so they're hungry to learn pragmatic and energetic or spiritual ways. Like I always say, there's 2 currencies that I'm good at. One is money. It's an object of energy you put in the flow to get what you want. And the other is faith. And I have blended those 2 in my career like a Think and Grow Rich. I also would be happy to give anyone my book for free, my exercises, my guides for free. Just email me, david@dmeltzer.com, and I'll give everything to you for free. I'm here to empower you, to empower others, to be happy. We created an abundant world of happiness. I promise you there will be plenty of everything for everyone.
I love that, man. Last question here. How important is legacy to you? Because everything you just said, that's what it says to me. Nobody else would give away their book and everything else for free if they didn't care about legacy. So how important is that to you?
I've learned the hard way. Money doesn't buy love or happiness, but it is important. It allows you to shop. And my legacy should and could be kindness. I have figured out a way to empower 1,000 young people like you, to empower 1,000 people in your life, to empower 1,000 people. 1,000 times 1,000 is 1,000,000. 1,000,000 times 1,000 is 1,000,000,000. Imagine 1,000,000,000 people on earth that are kind. Imagine what the world would be like. And I know I'm a hyper-competitive capitalist. I love money, but I believe that money just allows me to shop. And if I shop, like you saw in that video, for community centers, if I shop to empower people like you, for books to educate them, and all the dummy tax, there's no bigger dummy than me. What makes me such a genius now is I've paid the dummy tax and I'm teaching it, right? And please, if you need anything, just reach out. And I so much appreciate you, Buster, for what you're doing and making, I have a rule called rule number 6, don't take life so seriously. And you do a great job of that, but you help so many people. So thank you.
Thank you, man. Well, you're the man. Everybody follow @David Meltzer if you're not yet, and check out his free Friday trainings and hit the man up because he asked you to. So without any further ado, my friend, I'll catch you on the next one. You're welcome back anytime.
Go Raptors. Thanks so much. Take care.
Awesome. Well, big shout out to David Meltzer for coming in on the stream. Once again, we're going to recap real quick. We're going to talk Lakers Rockets. Lakers Rockets, by the way, the Denver LAC game is 82-80 with 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. But the Lakers Rockets game finished at 112-102. LAC up Lakers rather, won by 10 in that one. They're up in the series 2-1. So shout out on that. They have control in that series. David, my man, thank you. He'll get pinned real quick. But without any further ado, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we have coming on later tonight. Game 7, the best thing in basketball. The best. We have a Game 7. Celtics, Raptors. Drop in the comments real quick who we have. So we said 3-1? Oh, hadn't updated. Google has it wrong. Shout out to Google on that one. Who do you guys have? Celtics, Raptors? Drop it in the comments. Then I'm going to dip. But ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, follow myself at Buster on Instagram, at BUSTER on Instagram. Send me a DM. Drop me a question. I'm going to be on DMs all night long, talking hoops and watching this game. So without any further ado, I will see you all on the next one. Big thank you to David once again. We'll catch you on the flip. See ya.